Okay, so let's talk about contribution. We've talked about it before, just briefly, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn this into a little promo because it'll give you the essence of what I'm talking about of contribution. Now, for those of you who've been following me over the last 4 years coming up, you'll all know that, I had a little bit of a hiccup in my life 4 years ago where I ended up in hospital and they said, hey, you know what? We think potentially you've only got 2 months to live. So I wrote the book, Against Their Odds, which is my story, my version of all of the events that actually led up to that day. Because clearly, after all these years, I'm still here. And I actually did it myself, naturally, and cured myself 100%. It's not for everybody, it's an interesting read, but the reason that I wrote this and the hook for this with contribution is that I wrote this purely and simply to get the message of complacency out into the world, because that's what led me to that awful day several years ago. But the contribution aspect, when I was writing it, I wanted to have it pay itself forward. And so I started looking around for an organisation that I could actually give the profits of this book to that would benefit. And I suddenly realised that when I was in hospital for that 6 weeks, I often thought to myself, my gosh, there are things that I haven't done in my life and I wish I had have done them. I wonder if there's an adult version of Make-A-Wish, which is the great organisation for children. And you know what? I found out that there wasn't until I heard about the Orange Pigeon. Now, the Orange Pigeon is an organisation that started several years ago just for that. They grant wishes to adults that are looking down the barrel at not a great future. And so I give the profits, $5 of every one of these books actually goes to the Orange Pigeon to make change, to make a little bit of a difference. So that's what I want to say to you about contribution. Whatever you're doing in your life, wherever you are, remember that next time you walk down the street and somebody's there and they're selling raffle tickets or they're asking for donations for things to help others, just stop for a minute, because you might be on the receiving end one day and you might just benefit from it. So remember, contribution is really important. Give from your heart. You know what? Give from your heart.